Hello and welcome to the Newsman, the news for the intelligent Indian. This Hindu article talks about the government's attempts to launch a solar-powered, smokeless indoor cooking stove over the past 72 years, with the latest being Indian Oil Corporation's Solar Nuthan, launched by the Honorable Prime Minister at the India Energy Week, Bengaluru. Let us look at some statistics first. A 2004 report noted that cooking constituted 80% of a rural Indian household's energy consumption. The International Energy Agency found that 668 million people in India depended on biomass for cooking and lighting in 2013, making India the largest consumer of fuel wood for household use. Now we will look at government's earlier attempts to build a solar cooker. Indian pioneer 𝗀𝗵𝘃𝗀𝗃 designed the first solar box cooker to be commercially produced. In the 1950s, the National Physical Laboratory launched its solar cooker. While the device was indigenous and innovative, its high price and slow cooking prohibited its mass adoption. Hyderabad Engineering Research Laboratories made a smokeless chulha in 1953. However, later surveys indicated that it fell short in design and durability needs of rural women. The oil crisis of 1973 and an emerging forest conservation movement trained the government's attention on stoves that used firewood and cow dung. In the 1980s, the government turned to improved chulhas. With it, it wanted to check deforestation and benefit women's health and finances. Launched in 23 states and 5 union territories, it folded up 1 year later. The reasons for the failure included the stove's construction, high maintenance cost, alleged bureaucratic corruption, underpaid workers, and little autonomy to the state governments. Despite this outcome, the UPA regime repackaged the scheme in 2009 as the National Biomass Cook Stove Initiative, which was continued to totter on as the Unnat Chulha Abhiyan from 2014. Finally, the question arises, how can solar cooker be mass adopted? Number 1, a significant price reduction could make the solar cooker more accessible. Number 2, the government could provide subsidies or incentives to make it more affordable. 3, educate people by launching public awareness campaigns. 4, improve design to increase the efficiency and reduce cooking time and make them more practical. And finally, integrate them into existing government programs, the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. And wrapping up with sports, Australia wins the ICC World T20 Women World Cup for the 6th time by beating South Africa.